Hi, this film is primarily aimed at judo coaches following a course set up for adult beginners. In this film, I will show a lot of different warming up and coordinations exercise, and the purpose is not the technical details, more to understand what exercise we use in the program and what we call them. The exercises are shown in the order they appear in the program. This is a good exercise to get your heart rate down after running and to regain mobility in the hips. Here are two more difficult variations: jump with hand support and jump without. Good for balance and muscle control. Rotation of the arms. Good for warming up shoulders. Rotating the arms in different directions is more difficult and some students will have a hard time with it. Here is a good starting position. Then bring one arm up and the other one down. When it comes to sideways movement, make sure that students maintain good balance and close contact with the mat. All backwards movement should be done in a judo manner, not running backwards. Put your weight towards your toes and double jump between each step. High knee raises and back kicks. Later in this course we will put these together and it will prove to be more difficult to coordinate. Stretching downwards, backwards, up and with rotation in both directions. A very good exercise for warming up the whole body. We stretch the back of the leg and the hip flexor. One goal of this course is to increase our mobility. Here's a good variation of sit-ups that spares your back even though it looks a little measly. I promise you that it works and that it will tire you out. Here's a good exercise to do after your abdominal work. It feels good to stretch out the hips and the abdominal muscles, combined with softening the shoulders. When it comes to warming up and strengthening our neck, it's important to push back with your hands on the mat. You can even rest your knees onto the mat in order to release pressure and to diminish risk for injuries. Rolling push-ups in 4 different directions. A good amount can be 3 repetitions in 4 directions. A good exercise to soften up your back. In the out position, breathe out, relax, and sink deeper. Here's a good variation of learning backwards roll over. Roll as far as you can, keep your back relaxed, then aim sideways over one shoulder and try to reach the mat with your toes. Roll back forward and then backwards again. Back and forth several times. After this, it should be easy to do a complete backwards roll. Here's a variation of backwards roll, gliding onto your stomach. Legs forward and start over again. How to get someone to do a forward roll for the first time. Start the easy way, place both hands on the mat, bend your neck and tuck in your head properly. Chin against your chest and give a good push with the legs rotating forward. Don't forget to warm up the neck before. Frog jump is a fantastic exercise for strength and explosivity. Try not to do too many and get too exhausted. If you have knee problems, you must do more controlled movements. Alternating jump ups is a great warm-up exercise that will get your heart going. Also great for coordination if you do it in 4 different directions across the mat. Step rotation. Good for coordination and a very judo-like movement. Back shuffle. Good for coordination and for abdominal strength. It should at first be practiced in a circle, not across the mat, as some students tend to crash and just lay there. Not so fun in front of the whole class. If you have a large tatami space, rotate and change sides since it's a tough exercise. Some advice. Move your hip or upper body in a rocking movement with support from your arms while they shuffle. Here's the shrimp, a classic judo warm-up exercise. Performing it forward is harder since you have to pull hard with the legs while pushing away with shoulders and arms. Pulling yourself across the mat with only using your hands. It's a tough exercise where you can use your legs as help if you need to. Pushing back is a lot easier. Here's a good exercise for your midsection, the worm. When you are at full extension, there's a lot of pressure on your lower back. Be careful and don't go out too far. A very good fitness exercise. Jump ups with different foot placement. Lots of acid in your muscles while you are building leg strength. The rolling diamond. A good coordination exercise. Lean in one direction, then set speed into the other directions. Pull the feet with you in a circular movement to complete one circle. The instructor can run in between the students and help them complete the circle. The classic burpee. It is really an exhausting exercise. If it is too difficult, it might be better to do an easier version. Forward roll with the legs spread apart can be difficult getting up if you have limited mobility. An easier version is where you turn sideways after the roll and push yourself up using one arm. Backward roll with spreaded legs. Roll lateral over the shoulder to reduce pressure on the back. Rolling sideways. A fun but difficult exercise, meant for later in the program. Many students lose control and land in the wrong position. Watch out for students getting dizzy. Make sure of the distance that they are rolling. Preparation drill for the Larry exercise. The cartwheel, a hard exercise for many, but teach the basic and let them try. This is the Larry special exercise, an excellent and complex warm-up that I learned from my sensei Larry Edgren. It consists of 3 separate exercises that are combined into one. Feel free to use hand clapping and repeat each model 3 times. So, 3 times 4. Okay, these are all the individual warm-ups exercise that we use throughout the course. There are many other exercises available and you should add your own favorites if you feel that they are right for a beginner's program. Good luck now!